Hello everyone, this is Robert with Techucator, and what we want to do today is go over the Amazon Web Services. What you will need to do in order to use this is to go to the Amazon Web Services URL, and from there we have a couple links posted on our blog, but from there create a username and password. They'll also give you an ID that you can use in order to access some of the services that are available to you. The two that we're going to focus on in our tutorials is the S3 account, which we'll do today, and then the EC2 account, which is for the virtual servers that we set up where you can use a Windows or Linux operating system to create a virtual environment. Today what we're going to do is click on the S3 for our storage, and primarily what we're doing here is we're just saving our files and videos into a bucket and then giving different individuals access to those files. What you would do in order to create this, it's very easy to do. You're just going to create a bucket. You would put in the name and also make sure that there's no spaces, that you use an underscore when you do that. Simply after you do that, you just click on create. When you click create, then what will happen is you'll create a new bucket. In this case I have the Techucator test bucket. So then from there you have to go and define, you can upload files just as you need to. You can create folders in here. You have other actions where you can create additional folders or upload, and then once you get those files in there, then you're able to make a couple adjustments with the properties of the folder. So if I click on the properties here, I can start to see who am I going to give this access to. Obviously it's me to start off with, and this has been verified with my ID for Amazon, but if I go into add more permissions, then I can come out here, and if I want to say if this is a video that we've created, we want everyone to see that views the site, then we can make it access to everyone or available to everyone. If there are certain users that need access to this, then what they would need to do is they would set up their Amazon Web Service account. We'd get their ID, and then we would populate their ID in here to verify that they would have access to these files and folders. And once you give everyone access to it, you just simply click on save, and then it will record those features. Actually, let me go to everyone and click on save. And then whenever you do give them access, you need to give them permissions on what they can do. Can they just view? Can they upload, delete? And what kind of restrictions are you going to put on these individuals that are viewing your pages or your documents? Okay, to go and look at an actual file that we've uploaded, it does take a little bit of time when you upload a video or any type of document. In this case, on the Techucator bucket, let's go to the Fluid Grid. If I click on this, then you have a couple options here. Usually what you do is put the permissions at the bucket level, and then it will filter down to all your files and documents within that bucket. But as I see here, one important thing that you need that's very visible to you is just this URL. So you can take this URL and populate it into your web page or your web server, and then you can view your files and folders from there. So it's a very convenient way, instead of uploading all your files and folders at once through an FTP site, you can certainly do this with the Amazon S3 account. And once you do that, you have access to the file, and it gives you full access to view or upload the files if you need to. You can even go into permissions on the permissions tab, and as this has been already set up where everyone can view it, you can make restrictions if you needed to depending on it, and you can within each one of these make different permissions and restrictions to those. Metadata, we can add information about our videos or documents that we'd want to include. So a very cost-effective way of using the S3 account. If you have a Windows computer, you can go through other vendors like Cloudberry to make this upload process a little bit faster, but it's very efficient, works very well, and you'll see a very good increased response time on your files and videos.